I'm going to preface this story by saying that, regrettably, I am from the bubble of Orange County, and nobody really ever leaves the bubble unless it's for a very short amount of time and then they come back. And this story is about how I decided to leave the bubble, and I don't regret that decision, and it was a leap of faith, and I'm so happy that I did it. So, here we go. It was a Thursday afternoon, about 1ish in the afternoon, when I realized that my life had just changed forever. I was in Texas from California doing a college tour of all the different schools in Texas. And we pulled up to University of Texas, parked in the Dobie South Mall, got out of the car, and within seconds of me getting out of the car, walking to the tower, I started crying. I can't tell you what happened. I can't tell you why it happened. All I know is that this feeling came over me, and there I was. And this is important because it transported me back to this day when I was 11 years old in 2006 when I had just finished watching the 2005 National Championship game. And every person that has ever gone to UT knows about this game. It was the National Championship Rose Bowl against University of Southern California, USC. And so basically, what happens in Southern California, if you grow up there, is that you are either a diehard USC fan or a diehard UCLA fan. And I happen to be UCLA, which means anytime USC can be embarrassed or humiliated or lose is a great day for me. So even though I had no concept of college or where anything was or what these schools were, I sat down on that day with my dad and I watched the game. And everybody knows the story. Last minute and 44 seconds, Vince Young just gets in there, scores 2 touchdowns, and we win. Now, I was jumping up and down on the couch screaming, "This is so cool. I'm so excited that USC lost. Oh my gosh." And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to that school. I don't care where it is. I don't care what it looks like, but that's where I'm going to go. And my parents were like, yeah, okay, Erica, whatever you say. And so obviously no one really took much from that other than, oh, this 11-year-old thinks she knows everything from a football game. But it was always kind of in the back of my head as a funny little story. But then I stepped out on that University of Texas campus and I knew that all of these years I had been looking forward to this, looking, to go here and see what it was like. And I had this feeling and I knew that it was meant to be. And if that wasn't proof enough, that feeling and that game tied together, this final event definitely solidified my decision. I came back from Texas to my first day of tennis camp, where my tennis coach's daughter, Maggie Mello, had just graduated from UT. And so we had always kind of bonded over me wanting to go there and stuff like that. And I walk up wearing my brand new UT hat. It was so cool. I thought it was the greatest purchase I'd ever made. And Maggie looks at me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I love your hat. How was your visit? Did you totally love it?" And I looked at her and I told her exactly what happened, minute to minute from when I got out of the car. And she just looks at me in utter shock. And I was like, "What?" And she said, "Erica, that is exactly what happened to me. Completely and totally the exact same thing." And we were both just like, "Oh my goodness. It's meant to be. It has to be." I mean, 2 people from Orange County who no one leaves Orange County once they've, grown up there. 2 people have the same experience at the same school. It had to be. And so here I am. Thanks, Vince Young.